In front of us is SH Figuarts Lord Braon, mind-blowing samurai god from Kamen Rider. Let's deep dive into this action figure right now. Take a look at the artwork on Lord Braun's box, and as you can see here, the front looks good, the side, the back has some information in Japanese. I'll zoom in here like this so you can see it. Here's the bottom. If I flip it around, you'll see it better. There you go. Use UPC if you want to take it. Now, as far as I know, this character is only in Japan from SH Figuarts. But now, let's get him out of the box. So the first thing I want to talk about is when you get him out of the box, the instruction manual falls out, but there's a little piece right there hanging from it. Don't lose this. It's probably part of his weapon or something. It looks pretty big. We'll take a look at everything in a minute. Let's get him out of the plastic now. Okay, so Lord Braun, I gotta say, taking him out of the package was easy as pie. I have never had a package so easy. So of course, what are we gonna do? We're gonna look at his articulation and everything else that goes with the Lord Braun. I almost forgot to unpack this. We'll do that now too. All right, so we're gonna take a look at the accessories and we're gonna do the articulation as we are talking. But I just noticed he has more plastic on him than I thought. Yeah, not hard to take off. I'm gonna say offhand though, he looks fantastic. He's having no problem standing on his own, so I'm very happy about that. Yeah, let's get this organized on the table so we can look at all the accessories, and I'm gonna probably have to look at the manual to figure out how these weapons go together, and I'm hoping they'll come apart because this character is not cheap. Now that we have everything out of the box, as you can see, there's multiple hands here, and we'll get up close and personal here in a minute. I will readjust the camera, so give me 1 second. So now that we have zoomed in on Lord Braun's accessories, you can see that we have 2 sets of extra open hands. He's actually got a set on him that I'll show you right now. Then we got gripping hands so he can hold his weapons. That is really confusing, but I figured it out. I will show you how I figured it out. And then we got 2 fists that he can use for, punching the Masked Rider or whoever. I think Lord Braun's a bad guy. I'm pretty sure he is. Maybe he's the main bad guy of one of the Masked Riders series. If you guys know, leave a comment down below. But this got confusing when I looked at the weapons accessories. So if you look at the box here, I'll show you right now. And then I had to look at the manual because the manual shows that the bottom half, the hilt, can actually be on both. So, yeah. So this is very interesting. So these 2 pieces are broken. You cannot put these together. As you see, there's no clip. There's nothing here. But I will show you that this piece can go into either one of these. So, and then we'll get into some articulation with Lord Braun. So when it comes down to the weapon side of this is a broken sword. And at first I was like, why are they giving me a broken sword? And I realized this is actually a cool opportunity, but it does line up to make the perfect sword without the hilt. And yes, you can put the hilt on this one too. You just slide it in this little peg hole, just like the one that's actually 100% complete. And why would I want something like this? Well, if I was doing stop motion or something, this is perfect. Now it's the same design as the full complete sword, but we'll take a look at both of them detail-wise. Like I said, this detail here is just amazing to me. More and more I see this type of thing. I understand why people like SH Figuarts characters, even though they're a little pricey. They are a beautiful, beautiful design. It has a lot of wealth to it, I guess. No, wealth is the wrong one. I guess the price kind of matches what you get. So let's talk about the main sword. I just dropped it, dang it. So let's talk about the main sword here, because the main sword we're going to put together here in a second. We got a special way of doing it because I thought about it. And these expensive figures here are, something you don't really want to mess with too much. But here's the main sword without the hilt on it. Again, it's the same design and everything except it's not broken. I don't know why a company would break a weapon. But I guess if you were doing stop motion or something, it'd be perfect to have, the good guy, Masked Rider, breaking the weapon, and you got that broken weapon that you can have this on, so you get the point. So this is really easy to put together, just like the broken one. I haven't actually done this with the broken one for you guys, but you literally just put it in the hole right here, and you twist it down, and now you got the complete Lord Braun sword before it was broken by Masked Rider. Now, how would I put this on? Well, I was thinking about this. You can literally stretch the fingers on any action figure to slide it in, but I think that is ridiculous in this case because it does come apart. Now, I do have the gripping hand here, and I will say, if you just slide the hand in, you won't ever, stretch out the fingers, and the grip will stay the same forever. And then you can just put it in here as well. You still have to be careful about it. And now you got the hand on Lord Braon, and pictures will come soon, probably at the end of the videos, but who knows? Maybe I'll put it a little bit before the end of the video. But you know how we do these things here on this channel. So let's take a look at Lord Braon's articulation. The articulation of Lord Braon here. The head. Ooh, I got more plastic here. I missed plastic. Why am I missing plastic? Ooh, okay. So make sure you get all the plastic off first. I don't know how I missed that one. But hey, I got it though. So again, the head moves about that far. That far. Ooh. Looks down pretty well. Looks up. And you know what? This guy is very, very articulated. So you know what? I think I'm going to change camera angles and do this differently. But let's go. Holy crap. So let's change camera angle. So Lord Braon's articulation is amazing. I'm going to step to the side of the camera so we can keep him in focus. His head can go back to, first position, can go down, can go left, can go right, and depending on where the shoulder pads are, does make a difference of articulation of the head. And as you see, the shoulder pads do move. His arm can go all the way around. His hand does go up, down, and it swivels all the way around, left and right as well. The arms are amazing as well. Can go above 90 degrees. Can also go out all the way. Yeah, the articulation is flawless here. Now, I will be messing with him more on camera in a few seconds as well, but he can go back like that. He can bend forward. He's got a cut up here on his abdomen as well, so you can just literally move him like that, or you can bend the whole thing. He can go left a little bit, right? He can go right a little bit. His legs are kind of limited because of this. Again, anytime an action figure has a kind of like a skirt or a kimono on, in this case, it kind of limits the process. He can kick out not very far. I don't think this character is supposed to be kicking at all. It can bend his leg at 90 degrees this way, so it means that he has more articulation behind him than he does in front of him, and that's okay. I guess he still can jump on one leg, like he's trying to jump into something, trying to jump at you. I wish this was more cloth good so he has more articulation. His foot can go left, right, up, and down. Even his toe has articulation. I mean, let me see if I can get that in camera. His toe can go up and down. That is insane. I'm sure if I play with this more, like I'm going to do in a second, you can see more articulation. And Lord Braon is highly detailed, as you can see here. His facial detail is just amazing. I mean, I'm sorry, I can't help saying that, but I have never seen so much detail on an action figure that is almost, I guess, screen accurate. I'm going to look for a screen accurate picture of this guy, this enemy, because this is highly detailed. SH Figuarts, you're calling my name now, and I hate to say it because I know SH Figuarts is $50 per character or more. And yeah, so let's get back to the table, and I'll stop messing with him more so you can see him up close and personal. But yeah, so far I'm very impressed with the articulation. So we're going to take his hands off and change them with one fist hand and one gripping hand. I'm a little nervous. This is a 50 some odd dollar action figure, and I'm worried about breaking him because, well, it's an expensive figure and I like the way he looks, but I want to get his sword in hand. And so let's get this going. So again, I'm going to do the old-fashioned Super 7 twist and pull on his right hand. And again, very simple to do. You just take it and twist and pull at the same time. And yeah, again, oh, there it goes. Okay, the pegs inside. You're going to do the same thing with this one. And these hands are so tiny and they move so much. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. And now that his hands off and decapitated because, Mask Rider did it. Not me. I didn't do it. Mask Rider did it. Like I said, they're just open hands again. They're just well, it's not focusing, but they're just open hands. Like I said, he's got 3 sets of open hands. I don't know why, but we're gonna put his right gripping hand on, the one I showed you before, so he can put his sword in place, so he can hold his sword like in the packaging. So yeah, let's I'm gonna try to do this right here, but I might have to move the camera. But the peg is right there. Oh, well, maybe the peg moves. So this is trickery. Well, that felt like it took a lifetime to do. So now we're going to put that sword in his hand. Just like I said earlier, I would take this piece and slip it underneath his hand like this. I'd probably do it again a little bit off camera if I had, thought about it. But hey, we want to show you in real time how to do this. So hopefully you saw that. But yeah, I slipped it underneath his hand just like that. So you can see that. And I'm going to push it all the way down as far as I can. And I think that's it, maybe. I thought I had it down. Now there's a stopper there. It's a stopper. So, yep, there you go. And then we just take this hilt here and we just put it together here like so. And I'm pushing it out of his hand because, well, force gravity, I know I have him laying down again. I'm going to pick him up just a bit. Why was this easier when I was doing the accessory part? Now, I don't want to bend anything. There we go. There we go. Now we have the effect. Now we have Lord Braon. So now that his sword is in his hand, I'm going to try to match him up to the box and take some photos with him. First, he's going to be in front of the box, and then we're going to put him side by side of the picture. So let's get started with that. So it looks like his head is up and turned to the left a little bit, like so. His shoulder pads are up. His sword is down to his side, but turned like so. His elbow on this side is down and a little bit out, like so. His foot is turned, and from this angle, it looks pretty much correct. It's just like that. Let's see what it looks like. Let's zoom in a little bit. I think like that. And yeah, I think that looks like the box. So now I'm gonna move him and I'm gonna take a picture first, right now, and then I'm gonna move them side by side and see if I can make it look more like the box by looking at the camera. So let's look at it side by side. I think his head is pointing down too much. Let's move his head a little bit. I think everything else looks pretty good. I think it's supposed to be more like that, right? Oh yeah, more like that. I think the sword needs to be moved a little bit. I don't know. Usually I don't do this in real time, but I think it'd be fun just for once to do everything in real time for you guys. So yeah, this can be done. You can put them in any pose that you want, and I think this is amazing. I've never played with an SH Figuarts. I never owned an SH Figuarts until now. And like I said, I wanted this character because he looked like a samurai, and I think that's what he's supposed to be, like an evil samurai dude. But yeah, his articulation is a 10 out of 10. It doesn't matter what you do. You can articulate in any way you want. You can make sure he even has the He-Man. He's not He-Man. I know he is Lord Braon, and I need to zoom out a little bit because I can't see him in full frame here. So we're going to zoom back out in real time. And yeah, his articulation is fantastic. Now, I will say the only downfall of this SH Figuarts, I don't know if it's all SH Figuarts, so let me know in the comments, is removing his hands and putting them back on was a pain in the butt. Those ball joints on his hands were just all over the place. It wasn't easy. It took me like 10 minutes to put those extra hands on. But after you got them on, I would suggest just choosing the ones you want to display them with, because the next time you take them off is just going to be just as hard as the time that you did this time. So that's the only gripe I have, is just how hard it was to take off the hands and put new ones on, because it is just a pain. And I realized that the hands didn't pop like Super 7s, but it does have every piece of articulation I would ever want in an action figure, especially if I was doing stop motion or something. That would be a killer of a stop motion character. I mean, you could literally put a sword into the ground. 10 out of 10, guys. I don't know. What do you think of Lord Braon from Mask Rider? Have you seen the show? I have never really watched I've never watched Mask Rider, sorry. So I don't know what Mask Rider show he's from. I know it says it up here, but I don't read Japanese. I could translate it and find out. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I am so happy to have Lord Braun in hand. I'm going to display him somewhere sooner or later because this character needs to be displayed. Maybe I can put him up on by the Morpher, but then he's a Super Sentai enemy of some sort. We'll see what happens. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on my next video. Peace.